Out where the oak tree shadows lie deep, I found her scarf, faded red, left to keep under that old sky where our dreams used to fly. By the dusty trail where her boots closed her eyes, we carved our names in the bark, wild and free, promises whispered soft as the breeze. She laughed under moonlit canvases wide, now nothing but echoes where her laughter once thrived. Oh, boots closed her eyes on that lonesome ridge high, where the sun sinks its sorrow into twilight's goodbye. And these trails they win like the tears I've denied, since boots closed her eyes, since boots closed her eyes. There's an old porch swing swaying, untouched and alone, like the heart in my chest. It creaks and it moans. Where we used to sit, the world seemed just right. Now it's just shadows stretching long into the night. The gravel roads whisper with each step I tread, speaking of days gone and the love that they bled. Her memory is a ghost town, a story gone cold, in a cabin of silence where truth remain untold. Oh, boots closed her eyes on that lonesome ridge high, where the sun sinks its sorrow into twilight's goodbye. And these trails they wind like the tears I've denied, since boots closed her eyes, since boots closed her eyes. And I wander these hills like a spirit in flight, chasing shadows and dust from the morning till night. But her whispers a wind I'll never outrun, a part of the land, the moon and the sun. So boots closed her eyes, and I bid my farewells to the dreams we once chased through these valleys and dales. May the stars hold her softly, may the prairie sing wide, while boots sleeps beneath them, and I keep the ride. Since boots closed her eyes, since boots closed her eyes, oh, since boots closed her eyes, my heart never flies, just circles above where our old love lies. Since boots closed her eyes, since boots closed her eyes. Underneath those aging oaks, where the wild horses drank, lies the shadow of a cabin, and the abandoned ranch sank. Once a haven thick with laughter, wrapped in morning's gold embrace, now just whispers on the gravel, memories time can't erase. Oh, her scarf still sways on the porch like a signal in the breeze. Each night we tied in silence, now just secrets that I keep. As the sunset paints the prairie, it's her eyes that light the skies. But beneath the stars I'm wandering, alone with my goodbyes. The old saddle's cracked and weathered, just like the lines upon my face. The years have rolled like thunder, something lost that I can't replace. The town's a quiet whisper, trails fade where we once roamed, in a land of endless roaming, no trail leads me home. Her scarf still sways on the porch like a ghost I can't release, each knot a story buried in the silence of the peace. Dust lifts where we once danced, night settles on my skin. Her absence cuts through canyons where my heart once wandered in. By the oak tree I remember promises like falling rain, words we left unspoken, now just echoes of the pain. And in the quiet of the evening, when the wind calls out her name, I see it's not the land that's empty, but my heart that bears the stain. Her scarf still sways on the porch, a relic of the breeze, a tapestry of moments lost in time's unyielding seas. As the sunset fades to darkness and the stars refuse to glow, the ranch lies there abandoned, but it's me who can't let go. Where the wild horses still remember and the oak trees gently sway, in the heart of every cowboy, some loves never fade away. Out by the whispering creek where the oak trees weave, boots stir the dust, your scarf caught the breeze. We carved our names under that old porch light, now I'm talking to shadows in the falling night. The creek sings low, a sorrowful sound, in the place where my heart first got bound. Oh, the creek haunts with its lonely call, where our echoes lie neath the twilight shawl. Every stone and turn, a memory's breath. In the quiet sobs of the stream, I feel your death. The sunset bleed, it knows my cost at the creek haunts, where I loved and lost. Years rolled like the wheels down a gravel road. The cabin's empty, the fire's cold. Your laughter's a ghost in the rustling leaves. I'm a shadow man with a heart that grieves. The trails we walk now overgrown. In the creek haunts I wander alone. Oh, the creek haunts with its mournful sight, where dreams drift like clouds in a stormy sky. Each whisper in the wind, your name it calls, amongst the crumbling pines and the weeping falls. The dust settles deep where our love was tossed at the creek haunts, where I loved and lost. And oh, my sweet, does the wind carry cracks to the stars above from my tear-dimmed eyes? For each night I lay by these haunted streams, you visit me softly in the thorns of my dreams. Yes, the creek haunts with its lonesome moan, a cradle of echoes where I've grown old. The shadows stretch as the day departs, and the creek homes amidst broken hearts, a silhouette against the fading gloss at the creek home, where I loved and lost. So I'll saddle my sorrows, ride the dusty dawn by the creek that haunts where you're forever gone. Maybe these trails under skies vast and blue will one day heal the scars of losing you. But until then, in the dust I'll trust at the creek homes, where I loved and lost. Out by where the oak tree shadows fell, down a dusty trail, where my heart did dwell. We carved our names in the bark so old, laughed beneath the sky, bold and gold. But that creek where we'd sit and hold, whispered of the time when love would fold. The creek turned cold, my darling, like your goodbye. Echoes in the canyon under that bruised twilight sky. My scarf still holds the scent of your sweet lost embrace, as the wind sings a lonesome through this forsaken place. Years rolled by like a fast-moving storm. Life stripped the land where our dreams were born. The cabin stands, but it's empty inside, like the hollow echo of my pride. Where once was laughter, silence now abides in the shadows of love that the twilight hides. The creek turned cold, my darling, like your goodbye. Echoes in the canyon under that bruised twilight sky. My saddle's worn and my heart bears the scars of nights chasing you like a moth to the stars. Shadows fall, but it's just the wind through the porch it weaves, stirring up memories like autumn leaves. Oh, the creek turned cold, and so have I, beneath the endless unyielding sky. Letting go, yet holding on to the whisper of your song. Trail fades out where love went wrong. Yes, the creek turned cold, but the story's told in the dust kicked up and the sunset bold. Out where the oak tree shadows lay, by the bend where we used to swim, the old shotgun house, now just a shade. Whispers of the love that's grown dim, her scarves dance like wildflowers in breeze. On the porch where secrets softly spoke, now just creeks in an empty seas, where laughter used to kindle and stoke Oh, how the sunsets bleed in the night. Shotgun forgot, but I recall every whisper, each twilight fight. Her silhouette in the doorway tall. Rain taps the roof in a rhythm lost. Memories in every dust swirl gust. Heartache's the price, oh what a cost. Left with a say, a wanderer's trust. The gravel road wears a weary path. Cabin window stare blank and white. Echoes of her wild loving laugh. Now just shadows where silence by. Once we roam through the wildlands free. Two souls untamed like the river's flow. Now I wander alone, just me. Drifting where the cold winds blow. Oh, how the sunsets bleed in the night. Shotgun forgot, but I remember all. Each tender kiss, every fiery fight. Her footsteps echoing in the hall. Rain sings lullabies of days now past. Under skies vast, feeling her touch. Love's just a shadow that couldn't last. Left with this yearning, it's all too much. Under the weeping willow I see dreams are like leaves falling away. What I'd give for one more plea, a chance to right what went astray. Oh, how the sunsets bleed in the night. Shotgun forgot, but my heart knows every ending tucked out of sight. In the land where the lonely wind blows, rain washes tracks, but not the pain. Paths we once walked turn to rust. In every sunset's crimson stain, I find a piece of forgotten trust. Shotgun forgot, but a cowboy remembers. In every whisper carried by the embers. Down by the creek where the wild oaks grow, I first saw her in the spring soft glow. Her laugh was a melody, played low and sweet, under the shade where our two worlds meet. But now the oak leaves will whisper her name into the breeze. My heart walked away with hers beneath those ancient trees. The sunset paints her memory across the sky, but under these stars alone, all I do is cry. We shared our dream on an old porch swing. Her scarf a splash of color in the autumn's cling. The cabin's empty where laughter used to ride. Only dust dances now where our secrets used to hide. And the oak leaves still whisper her name into the breeze. My heart walked away with hers beneath those ancient trees. Every sunset steals a color I used to know, leaving just shadows where we used to glow. By the gravel road I pause and see her trace. In the fading trail a gentle lingering grace. What's gone is gone, like the river's endless flow. She's a part of every place I go. Yes, the oak leaves will whisper her name into the wind, a reminder that some loves once lost never end. Now every sunset lets her memory invade, silhouettes of what was in the twilight start to fade. The wind carries away the song of our yesterday. Heart walked away, but her soul's here to stay. In the shadow of the oak, where the wild rivers bend, I found your scarf, the color of the sunset's end. We danced 'neath starlit skies, so reckless and so young, where our whispers mingled with the songs that coyotes sung. Oh, my heart wore a brim like the hat that flew with the wind, chasing the dust down on gravel roads where our dreams had been. Now every sunset bleeds just a shade of what it's been since my hat flew with the wind. Now the porch swing creaks alone, where your laughter filled the air. Those empty cabins moan with the ghost of every care. The saddle's worn and dry, like the tears I've learned to hide on the trails we used to ride. Now I wander far and wide. Yes, my heart wore a brim like the hat that flew with the wind, chasing the dust down on gravel roads where our dreams had been. Now every sunset bleeds just a shade of what it's been since my hat flew with the wind. Beneath the endless sky where the eagle used to soar, I've come to realize I can't hold you anymore. But in the whispering breeze, in the rustling of the leaves, your memory softly weaves through everything I grieve. Still my heart wears a brim like the hat that flew with the wind, chasing the dust down on gravel roads where our dreams had been. Every sunset bleeds just a shade of what it's been. Oh, how my hat flew with the wind. Guess I'll always be just as lost as that old hat in the wind. Out by the ridge where the red oak grows, I made a fire in the cold Shadows throws her scarf, still dances on the porch of wood, where we swore forever, misunderstood. The night whispers secrets in the wind softly. Oak leaves rustle with tales of what used to be. Under that vast endless sprawl of starlit embers, each flame cracks the dark, lonely fire remembers. Lonely fire, oh how you burn. Echoes of soft laughter and the slow yearning churn. The warmth is faded now, just ash gray and tender. In the glow of lost love, my heart still surrenders. Now the trail's overgrown, the cabin's bare. Gravel roads lead nowhere, just to old despair. Saddle's empty on the fence, it's warm, just like the heart I've carried, tattered and torn. Rain taps the roof in a rhythmy, mournful song. Each drop a memory, where did I go wrong? Dust rises, then settles in the quiet of the plains, treading old paths where only silence remains. Lonely fire, oh how you burn. Echoes of soft laughter and the slow yearning churn. The warmth is faded now, just ash gray and tender. In the glow of lost love, my heart can't but surrender. Was it the wild land or the wandering ways that stole the colors from our golden days? I'm left with an echo, a shadow in the breeze, her whisper in the leaves. Remember me, please. Lonely fire, you're all that's left, burning through the night. Of warmth I'm bereft, yet in your ashes her memory I tender. In the cold, silent night, my soul still remembers. So I'll sit here a while, let the embers die down. In the heart of the night, in this quiet little town, where the ghosts of the past in the dance of the flames, I'll remember her laugh as the lonely fire wanes. Out where the oak tree shadows lay long, by that old wrought gate, weathered and strong, there's a scarf you left, faded and torn, whispers of fabric like a heart worn. We met when the sunset painted skies bold, on gravel paths where our dreams we told. But the gate stays, oh the gate stays, while my heart roams through forgotten days. Sunsets bleed into starless nights, and I'm a shadow in the fading lights, where you left your laugh on that cold porch swing. The gate stays, but lost is the spring. Cabin stands empty, the fire's gone dim, trails overgrown where we once walked on whim. Wind carries dust, erasing steps we made, each gust a memory slowly to fade. Your sin in the rain on the old leather saddle, echoes of kisses, all tender battle. Yes, the gate stays, oh the gate stays, while I wander through these endless grays. Sunsets mourn with the cry of doves, and I'm just a cowboy who lost his loves. Where your warmth lingered on that worn out swing, the gate stays in the silence of spring. Now under the vast and timeless skies, I reckon each star has your soft-spoken lies. But the heart finds its peace as the old oak knows, rooted deep while the wild river flows. Still the gate stays, yes the gate stays, a sentinel to our once golden days. I'll keep riding where the trails wind away, but in my dreams by that gate I'll stay. A cowboy's tale spun with dust and rain. The gate stays, and with it my heart's unbreaking. In the shadow of the oak, where the wild river's bank, I first saw her smile by the old cabin plank. Soft as the breeze in her faded blue dress, under that sky I swore I'd never confess. How the scarves in her hair danced a sweet silent song on a porch where my heart's been lost for so long. Graves sank my joys beneath that cold dusty ground, where our laughter once lived, but it don't make a sound. The stars overhead, they watched as I cried, lost in the winds where my solace has died. Years rolled like thunder through towns built on sand. She drifted away like the dust through my hand. The oak tree still standing, but the cabin fell through, just like the dreams that I built around you. Gravel roads wind away, but they don't lead me back to the time when my soul wasn't cloaked in this black. Graves sank my joys beneath that cold dusty ground, where our laughter once lived, but it don't make a sound. The stars overhead, they watched as I cried, lost in the rains where my solace has died. Now the saddle's worn thin and the trails all but fade, like the memories of kisses under the oak's gentle shade. Maybe pain's just a guest that's overstayed its night, but her echo in the valley keeps on riding my plight. Graves sank my joys, but her whisper finds the breeze. In the twilight of the prairie, she still comforts and teases. So I wander these lands, a shadow set free beneath wide open skies. She's no longer here to see. Yet graves sank my heart deep where love's never tired, in the wild whispered west, where our past keeps admired. Out where the oak trees meet the high desert sand, I first saw her silhouette against the sun's descent. An old cabin stood, weathered by wind and rain, where echoes of laughter traced the edge of my pain. She danced on the porch, a scarf in her breeze, her laughter a melody, soft as the whispering leaves. His shadow called my name through the whispers of the plain, in the twilight's fading glow, where our lost memories remain underneath the starlit frame. All my dreams became estranged. His shadow called my name, and the silence never changed. Years flowed like the river across the gravel roads, where once we wandered, now I walk alone. The saddle sits dusty on an empty, tired mare. Her eyes look to the trail as if she still sees you there. That old porch swing sways with a creaking sound, a symphony of what was lost and never to be found. His shadow called my name through the whispers of the plain, in the twilight's fading glow, where our lost memories remain underneath the starlit frame. All my dreams became estranged. His shadow called my name, and the silence never changed. So here's my confession on this long and lonesome ride. The heart holds on to love as the soul tries to hide in the dust of the trails, in the rain that starts to fall. I've learned that shadows linger even as the night calls. His shadow called my name through the whispers of the plain, in the twilight's fading glow, where our lost memories remain. Every sunset paints the pain in colors of the love I can't reclaim. His shadow called my name, and I'm still calling hers in vain. In the distance a coyote calls to the moon, a lone and haunting tune, as his shadow fades away like the closing of a day too soon. In the shadow of an oak, where the wild river bends, I found a piece of your scar on the trail where summer ends. It's frayed and faded now, like the memory of your gaze, caught in the silver light of those long lost golden days. That scarf turned cold as the nights grew old, and you drifted away like the autumn leaves softly fold. I'm a lonesome shadow with your scarf turned cold. The cabin's empty, echoing each step I dare to make. Gravel roads to nowhere, each turn another ache. Where laughter danced on the porch, now only silence reigns. Your absence like the drought that yearns for winter rain. That scarf turned cold as the nights grew old, and you drifted away like the autumn leaves so bold. Under the whispering pines where our secrets softly fold, I'm a lonesome shadow with your scarf turned cold. Now I roam through the ghost of town, past doors that creak no more. Every sunset bleeds the same onto the dusty floor. If love is a land to wander, I'm lost without a guide. Your scarf in my pocket and a storm inside. That scarf turned cold, my heart still low, lost in the winds where our fading dreams are told. Under the endless skies where our wild love once strolled, I'll wander alone with your scarf turned cold. Yes, I'm just a whisper with your scarf turned cold. So I'll keep riding under these sprawling haunted skies. The trail never ends like the sadness in your eyes. In the gray dawn, by the oak tree shade, where the cold morning sank into my bones, I traced your name once in the frozen earth, beneath where our whispered dreams had flown. Old porch creak like it shared my heart's ache, echoing footsteps that danced and grazed. The wind soft moan through the cabin's crack, plays an old remembrance I can't erase. Oh, how the silence speaks in places you once walked. The shadows hold your laugh, and the gravel road still talk. My heart's tied to the dust where the sunset split and dried. Underneath the fading trails is where my soul resides. Turned up collar against the stinging rain, your scarf still fragrant, lost its warmth long ago. I wander through these ghostly empty rooms where echoes paint your shadow in soft mournful tones. The saddle sits unused, the leather cracked like the lines now deeply etched upon my face. Each step away from you, the time's harsh track leaves me wandering in our lost embrace. Oh, how the silence speaks in places you once walked. The shadows hold your laugh, and the gravel road still talk. My heart's tied to the dust where the sunset split and dried. Underneath the fading trails is where my soul resides. I've held the prairie's endless in the wild's timeless grace. Maybe these old boots, worn and frayed, will bring me back someday to where the oak tree shadows lay, and all my hopes decay. So I'll sit here with the silence where you once walked. Let the shadows keep your laughter and the gravel roads we talked. My heart's tied to the dust where our sunsets used to fade, beneath cold morning's echo where my weary head is laid. Oh, under these endless skies I find no release, but in every whispered wind there's a piece of your peace. Under the shadow of an old oak tree, I carved our names for eternity, with the sunset bleeding through the leaves. That old porch whisper, a soft sweet tease. Your scarf caught the prairie wind that day, in a town where time found a place to stay. But now the empty bed fades under moonlit shades, where your laughter echoed in night's embrace, and these halls just whisper silent prayers. Oh, for one more dance in our moonlit glares. Now gravel roads where my weary tread, echoes of your steps in my head. That cabin corner where you used to spend stands quiet like the silence of my sin. The trail we walk now overgrown, with the dust we kick now fully sown. The empty bed fades under starry glades, where your warmth once battled the frost invades. My soul just whispers your sweet name in the lonely call of the wild untamed. By the riverside where the willows weep, I see your reflection in waters deep. Every stone and every bend marks the tale of us that could never end. Yet still the empty bed fades, in the dust cascades each night a shadow where our memory waits. I'll walk these lands under sky so vast, holding on to love as long as it can last. Underneath the oak where shadows wrestle with the light, I carved our names inside a heart, the edges sharp and bright. The creek sang soft beside us on that early summer's eve. Your scarf a splash of sunset, a hint you'd soon would leave. A hollow heart cries on the wind, whispering through the pines. Each gust of memory faded like old whiskey mixed with wine. The saddle's worn, the leather cracked, but still I ride along, chasing echoes of your laughter across the stones. The porch still creaks, it swings untouched, it sways with phantom breezes. Gravel roads we wandered once, now overgrown with reason. Your empty chair, the dusty glass, that cabin feels so cold. In the silence of your absence, the sunset's gold turns old. A hollow heart cries on the wind, whispering through the pines. Each gust of memory faded like old whiskey mixed with wine. The saddle's worn, the leather cracked, but still I ride alone, chasing echoes of your laughter across the stones. By the fading trails of yesteryears, where our wild dreams once roamed, I wander through the twilight, my spirit far from home. The stars don't shine as brightly since the heavens saw you go. In the quiet of the prairie, my heart beats slow. Hollow heart cries on the wind, a song that never dies. The pain of letting go beneath the sprawling skies. The saddle's worn, the leather cracked, but still I ride alone, with echoes of your laughter off the stones. Underneath the sighing pines on Jenkins Hill, where the sky paints shadows and time stands still, we carved our names inside an ancient oak, promises whispered neath a starlit cloak. Your laughter tangled with the whistling wind. In that old porch swing, we'd sway and bend. Starry night shut the door on what's been. The moon recalls what my heart can't win. Every whisper a secret, every soft-spoken plea turns dust on the trail where you walk with me. Starry night, hold her close, since I know more. Guide her through dreams that we once swore. But the winter came and the cold did bite. Snow laid its blanket, hiding our sight. The oak tree stands, but the names wear thin. Gravel roads lost to where we begin. That swing hangs lonesome, the cabin's bare. Echoes of you, just memories in the air. Starry night, shut the door on what's been. The moon recalls what my heart can't win. Every whisper a secret, every soft-spoken plea turns dust on the trail where you walk with me. Starry night, hold her close, since I know more. Guide her through dreams that we once swore. Now the saddle's worn and the scarves turn gray. My boots tread softer at the close of day. Rain whispers softly to the dusty ground. In every drop, it's you I found. Starry night, shut the door, let her dreams fly free. The quiet town between the hill and sea. I'll roam these lands beneath the endless sky, a cowboy's heart, lonesome but held high. Starry nights shut the door, but keep her near. In the whisper of the pines I feel you, dear. Out where the river bends low neath the willows, I found a scarf blue as the wide prairie sky. It fluttered like a lonesome dove's gentle echo, where once you whispered soft under sunset's loving sigh. The oak tree by the old porch still holds our names, carved deep in the bark beneath time's endless gaze. And the saddle whispers your name in the cold night air, riding trails of memories through shadows of despair. Each stirrup sways with the weight of ghostly dreams, while my heart rides on alone past quiet towns and streams. The cabin stands empty where laughter used to dwell, window staring blank, like eyes lost in sorrow's spell. Dust dances with the wind across the creaky wooden floors, echoes of your footsteps I can't hear anymore. The gravel road that led to our sunlit promised land now winds away, forgotten through the lonely desert sand. And the saddle whispers your name in the cold night air, riding trails of memories through shadows of despair. Each stirrup sways with the weight of ghostly dreams, while my heart rides on alone past quiet towns and streams. Underneath the vast expanse of stars I'll lay me down. The prairie wind carries your voice, but it's just a lonesome sound, an echo in the canyon, a whisper in the dark. A cowboy's heart wanders forever, kindled by love's lost spark. So the saddle whispers your name one last time into the breeze, past the trails where love once roamed free, beneath the whispering trees. And maybe in another life, down another dusty way, we'll ride together once again, where lost loves find the day. Till then, my love, the prairie moon watches as I roam alone, a wandering soul forever in search of a heart to call home. In the shadow of an oak, where the soft winds used to speak, lies a field where dandelions touch the sky. We carved our names on aged wood beneath the sun's gentle peak, where echoes of our laughter will never die. Oh, how the dandelion field fades under the weight of time, and saddles worn and scarves left frayed by trails of dust. Each sunset bleeds like the heart I can't reclaim, lost in the winds amidst the dreams we left in trust. The porch still creaks, it sings a tune of days when you were mine. Now empty cabins fill the gaps where joy once lay. Gravel roads whisper stories as I walk them line by line, but your shadow dances alone just out of sway. Oh, how the dandelion field fades with every setting sun. Each petal a memory, each breeze a silent cry. I roam these lands, a ghost among the rustling leaves, chasing whispers, you in the clouds and painted sky. By the creek under the moon, where promises were sown, the water still remembers the reflection of your face. I've ridden miles through storms and through the calm, yet it's your warmth I miss in this cold and lonesome place. Oh, how the dandelion field fades, but my love remains the same, as fierce as the dust kicked up by my old steed. In every town, down every road, your memory's my guide, a hauntingly beautiful curse I'm bound to heed. So I'll meet you where the field of dandelions lays, in dreams where the past and present softly merge. Till then I'll sing to the stars, lost in their endless maze, carrying your love as my soul's sweetest dirge. In the shadow of the old oak tree, where our names were carved in the bark so free, the sunset's glow through branches bleeds on the porch where you whispered dreams to me. Wind's a soft and mournful tune, playing through the dust of a lonesome June. Dust lingers on the road behind where my boots have walked 1,000 times. Your scarf still fragrant holds the night, but you're just a shadow in the fading light. Each step away, the heart contends. Love's a trail that never ends. Beneath the stars our laughter soared, in the quiet town where my soul was moored. Now cabins empty, echoes fill gravel roads, and the time stood still. The saddle's worn, the leather cracks, but oh how I wish I could ride back. Dust lingers on the road behind where my boots have walked 1,000 times. Your scarf still fragrant holds the night, but you're just a shadow in the fading light. Each step away, the heart contends. Love's a trail that never ends. Rain falls on the thirsty ground, each drop a memory coming round. In the whisper of the prairie grass, I find the peace as moments pass. Yet in the heart where love once lay, dust lingers, never fade. fades away. Dust lingers on the road behind where my boots have walked 1,000 times. Your scarf wrapped tight against the chill can't keep the ghost from loving still. Each step away, my heart contends. Love's a trail that never ends. Oh, dust lingers, and I'm wading through a trail forever leading back to you.
There's an old oak by the rusted gate where we carved our names in the wood so deep. Sunset bleeds through the leaves like fate on that dusty road where our memories sleep. Whispers dance on a gentle breeze from the porch where you swayed in your summer dress, holding laughter in twilight's tease under stars that heard my heart confess. Oh, how the rusted gate burns with every harsh wind that returns. Echoes of your voice, soft and low, drifting over fields where silence grows. Now I roam with my shadow cast long, a lone rider where our love once belonged. The cabin stands empty, a hollow frame, scars you left fluttering like old flames. Gravel crunches underfoot, a lonesome sound where our faded trails no more are found. Raindrops touch the earth, dark and slow, kissing the ground where we used to lie. Each drop a memory, a silent vow to the winds that carry your goodbye. Oh, how the rusted gate burns with every harsh wind that returns. Echoes of your voice, soft and low, drifting over fields where silence grows. Now I roam with my shadow cast long, a lone rider where our love once belonged. By the rusted gate, the fire's gone dim, remembering your smile at the horizon's rim. Saddled up as daylight wanes, riding out through endless plains. Oh, how the rusted gate burns, a pyre for dreams that never return. Echoes of your voice, now a song sung by a cowboy, ragged and worn. Here I roam under vast starlit skies, a lone rider where my heart still